Midlife isn't the beginning of decline. It's the decade where you get to become the strongest version of yourself you've ever been. If the message you've been given about your 40s, 50s, or 60s is that your body is slowing down, I want to challenge everything you think you know, because the science actually says something very different. I'm Dr. Myra Reed. This is the final week of my Women's Health Month series. And if you've been with me through the whole month, thank you. If you're new here, please subscribe. Let's name what women are being told about midlife, because you can't reframe a narrative until you clearly see it. Every piece of marketing aimed at women in their 40s and 50s is about loss. Losing your metabolism, losing your collagen, losing your shape, and the medical system mirrors it. It's just your age, expected decline. This is what happens. That narrative is so loud that most women don't even question it. They just start planning around it. They start shrinking around it. They just start accepting it. But the science actually tells a very different story. Your body is still extraordinarily responsive in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. The window isn't closing. The rules are just changing. And here's what the science says about your 40s and beyond. Muscle loss, called sarcopenia, starts as early as in your mid-30s. Without intervention, you can lose 3 to 8% of your muscle loss per decade. That's not vanity. Muscle is your metabolic engine, your blood sugar buffer, your fall prevention system, and one of the strongest predictors of how long you live is your muscle. Bone density drops, especially through perimenopause. Estrogen's protective role on your heart, your brain, your bones shifts. This all shifts. Insulin sensitivity changes. The exact same diet that worked at your 30 will produce a different result at 45. Not because you failed, but because your body wrote new rules. And here's the good news no one tells you. Every single one of these changes is highly modifiable. If you're just not stuck, you just need a different playbook. Stay with me because I'm about to give you the 4 pillars that rewrite what midlife looks like. It's not theory. The 4 levers are backed by real research that I see change women's lives every week. But first, tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you want to do in your next decade that you've been told that you're too old for? I would love to know. Drop it below. Let's rewrite the narrative together. Okay, here's pillar 1, strength training. Not just cardio only. Lifting heavy enough to challenge your muscles 2 to 4 times a week, at least, because muscle is one of the tissue that you can rebuild at any age, this is great news. And every pound of muscle is insurance on the next 30 years of your life. Pillar 2, protein. Most women in midlife eat about half the protein they actually need. 1 gram per pound of your target body weight is the range that I tend towards. Protein is what allows the strength training to actually build anything. And pillar number 3, sleep. I love my sleep, the most underrated hormone regulator in existence. When sleep drops below 7 hours, cortisol rises, insulin sensitivity tanks, growth hormone falls, and the appetite signals just go haywire. You cannot out-train bad sleep either. Pillar number 4 is stress reduction. Not just managing stress, actively training your nervous system to return to calm. Something like breath work, slower mornings, time outdoors, just being out in nature. Whatever gets you into that parasympathetic or calming side of your nervous system for long stretches of the day, this really just resets your whole day. This is where hormones actually recover. Here's what I want you to take with you. This is something very important. Midlife isn't decline, it's redirection. And the one thing that every woman watching should write down is your next decade is built by what you do right now. This is where functional care does something different. We don't just manage decline, we help you build the next decade. We optimize hormones instead of just tracking their disappearance. We look at strength, metabolic health, inflammation, and recovery. It's not just about weight. There's so much more. We build a longevity protocol that's specific to your body, your labs, your genetics, and your goals. Because becoming smarter, stronger, longer isn't just a marketing phase. It's a commitment to your brain, to your bones, to your mood, to your muscles, and your relationships, and all your years ahead. If you've been told that your best decades are behind you, that was never the truth. They're ahead of you. Really embrace this. And they're built by what you choose to do this year. Take the hormone quiz on my website. It's free. It takes only a few minutes, and it'll give you a starting point for your own next decade. One more thing before I go. Next month, all of June, I'm doing the same conversation for men. Andropause, muscle loss, testosterone, longevity. So if there's a man in your life who deserves the same kind of attention, a partner, a father, a brother, a son, there's a men's version of this hormone quiz on the same page. Send it to him. He'll probably tell you he's fine. Send it anyway. I'll see you in June, helping you live smarter, stronger, longer.